court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant. Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement. Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder, and we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor. I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then. If we may call our first witness, Your Honor. The prosecution calls the chief order at the scene, Detective Gumshoe. Witness, please state your name and profession to the court. Sir, my name is Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the detail of this murder. Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death? Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon even in a girl's hands, sir. The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. It's a clock. Now, detective. Yes, sir. You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why? Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir. Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard evidence. As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were two people there already. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey. Why? She had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Miss Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. The very moment, you say. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? In contradiction with that testimony. Hey, Maya just threw something at me. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradiction in a witness testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail. The witness always slips up and says something wrong. It worked lots of times. I've accepted Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try. Something the matter? No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination. What's up, everybody? My name is Gianfranco, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Last episode, we, went to find, some clues to prove that Maya is innocent, and she asked us to, have a lawyer to defend her, but the guy refused, like a jerk. So, here we are now. Maya Fey's arrest. Alright, as soon as the phone call came in, I rushed into the scene. Hold it. What did you say you got a call from? Hey pal, don't play dumb. You know who. The call was from a customer at the Gateway Hotel, right across from the crime scene. Okay, I pressed. Not sure it did much though. Right. Oh crap. 3 minutes, alright. Our motto this one is quick response. That's how I got there before the killer got away. Indeed. So, tell us who the two people you found on the scene were. Alright. Are you I love this. Are you absolutely sure it was us? Listen, pal, your dumb act will only get you so far. With your funky hippie clothes and your spiky hair, you two stand out like suspicious people at a crime scene. Well, he does have a point about her. She is pretty unmistakable. I should pick my points to press, yeah. Why is that? What's your reason? Why, we had a witness, we had a witness account describing her. Hold on just 1 second. Yeah? If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had hard evidence she did it, correct? Huh. Did I say that? Me? I heard you say it. You did say it. You said it. Exactly what about this suspicious one in pink's claim was hard evidence? What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink. That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages. Yes! Ah! Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor. Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again. The hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was clearly written in blood. Lab test results show that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victims wrote the killer's name. How do you like that? That's my hard evidence. Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective. Your Honor? Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence on the first time? I know, I'm real embarrassed. I forgot about it. Your Honor, sir. Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Okay. Okay. On which hand was the bloody finger, Detective? The right hand. She was right-handed. Nice try. Uh-oh. I guess I wasn't too hard to see, but I was getting there. Detective Gumshoe, do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name? Sure, it happens all the time in books and movies. This isn't a movie, Detective. Ugh. Let's talk about reality, shall we? I guess I haven't heard of any cases, no? Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister? Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal. Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer. Order, order. That didn't go so well. That's right, what he said. That's his whole testimony. Okay, there has to be a contradiction in there somewhere. Let's find it. Okay. Did you find any evidence? No, don't. Okay, yeah, that's just the beginning. Just because you found it next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. Ho ho ho. Then who did write it, Mr. Smarty Pants? I did. It could have been me. What? So it was you? No. I'm just saying it could have been me. Can you prove it wasn't? Hold on. So you admit to this? You admit that you wrote the note? Listen to me, Mr. Wright. This is a court of law, and I expect you to refrain from making thoughtless statements. Amateur. Oof. Well, detective, tell us what was written on that memo you found. Do you have proof it was Mia who wrote that? Of course I do, pal. Uh-oh. You sound pretty confident this might not be good. What kind of tests were these again? Huh? What kind? Well, I heard there were little bits in the blood. They are hemoglobins, bubbling. I refuse to testify on this matter, pal. I'm no expert on blood tests. Yes, that was quite clear. You may continue with your statistic. Thanks, pal. I mean, your honor, sir. Detective Gumshoe? Yeah? I look forward to your next evaluation as you should. Oh, that was a mess. Right, where was I? Okay. Okay, I'm not sure. Wait, oh, wrong button. Ah, sorry. Okay, from memo. Oh, before she. Oh, yeah. Wait. No. Crap. Wrong button. Isn't there like a quick. Yeah, there we go. Fast forward. Alright. Alright, she couldn't have wrote the thing before she died because the death was instantaneous. Detective Gumshoe, there is one thing I want you to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Mia Fey, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fey. That's really what you're saying. What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks, now is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have? You have it backwards, detective. But backwards? The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written this. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately. But no butting your way out of this one, detective. Order. The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had time to write anything down. Mr. Wright, I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report? When? The day after the murder. It was the day after the murder? The prosecution's point being? That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor. What? A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. That was almost immediate due to the blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility that the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning. No way! Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine that the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all. Oh, I see. You Edgeworth. I should have known you'd have something up your sleeve. Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? Detective Gumshoe, was I a fool to trust you and your report? Me? I wasn't... Huh? Detective Gumshoe. I'm disappointed in you, handing him the wrong report like that. I'm sorry, sir. You are at fault, detective. This isn't going to look good on your evaluation next month. What? But... Your Honor, I submit this report to the court. Understood. The court accepts the evidence. Alright. Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer. I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes? Darn, this isn't good. The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes. Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand. Exactly what part of her is innocent? Witness, your name, please?
April May, at your service.
Order. An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from one-tongue winking.
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
This is not good. He's already captured the hearts of every man in this courtroom. Tell us, where were you on the night of September 5th, when the murder occurred?
I was, like, in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across the Fay & Co. law offices?
That's right, big boy.
Please testify to the court about what you saw.
It was like 9 at night. I looked out the window, you know. And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was a mousy girl sitting on the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged on one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy.
Well, Your Honor, I see. It is a remarkably solid testimony. I don't see a need to trouble the witness any... Oh, wait, Your Honor? Yes, right? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you? Mr. Wright, I understand you were Miss Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques quite well. Her cowardly ways of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies. Hey, how dare you! Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to. Just have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Alright. Miss April May. Why did you do that?
Huh? Why? Like, why? What?
Why did you look out the window? Were you expecting to see something?
Oh, well, gee.
But that's it? She can't get out of this question that easily.
I sorta, you know. I had a feeling.
Well, I have a feeling she's trying to avoid the question. Maybe I should press a little harder on this one. Go for it. Surely you must have had a reason to look out your window at that time of the night. Mr. Wright, I will not have you badgering my witness. Badgering? You insist on needling her with these trivial questions. I really don't think it should be allowed. Yeah, stop him! The poor girl! Y'all simps! Order. Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Poor girl? What about poor me? You look out of the window. What did you see next?
And then, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was a mousy girl sitting on the defendant's chair.
How do you know she was a defendant?
Huh? Well, you know. She had a girlish physique. Women know these things? Look, I just know, okay?
There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor. He's right. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks!
What?
Miss May, I'm willing to bet that... You're lying. Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Mr. Wright, what's the meaning of this?
Yeah, what's the meaning? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless about this. I mean...
Okay. If you had really witnessed my client Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique. No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis, except her. And I'm no expert on fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness's testimony mentioned neither of these things. The testimony is bogus. But still, we don't know if she was dressed that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor. I saw her, and so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May?
What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all the trifling little details were necessarily, darling.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise. Wink.
Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her.
I did see everything, I did. The victim, the woman touched the first leg and ran off to the right. Then the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon, I saw it. That clock, the kind of statuette clock, the Tinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my reports not startle you?
I see. I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please begin the cross-examination. Oh ho ho ho.
Sweetie, how did you know that this was a clock? A clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently? Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Light. You can't win them all. I have a feeling I'm on something right now. Okay. Okay. Is that right, as in your right, as you look from the hotel? Which hand do I hold my knife in again? Right. It was my right hand, right?
Satisfied, Mr. Wright? Please continue.
Where did this weapon come from? He picked it up from the desk.
I see. What sort of weapon was it?
Okay.
How convenient for you to remember her hippie clothes.
That's what that's what she was wearing. Oh, and her hair was all done like a bun.
What happened then?
Okay.
Let me just check quick. So you saw me then too?
Of course! I remember that spiky hair anywhere.
Spiky? The witness will refrain from personal attacks on the defense attorney.
Am I a bad girl? I'm sorry.
Shut up. Very well, continue.
Okay.
Oh crap, I already did this.
Okay. Let me check again.
A clock?
Okay.
Wait, alright.
Okay. That's not it. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Shit, something about... She ran off to the right. Is that right as in your right? Is that right as in your right? As you look from the hotel? Wait, I don't remember this. Her previous testimony must have been what Edgeworth wants her to say. So this was a testimony of in her own word. Time to press and squeeze the truth. Okay. And okay, no, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to remember. She picked it from the desk. It was a clock. A clock. Okay, I present this. There we go. Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing. Revealing? Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you? Naughty Mr. Lawyer. You just said that this statue of the Thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that by just looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock, too. And he was found guilty of murder. Order, order. Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock? Oh, The witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all the importance here. The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns. Yes, of course. You will withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. But questions are all I have, Your Honor. And as you may recall, I've caught murderers with these questions before. Well, only once. Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness. Whew. That was close. If you stopped me there, the trial would be over. What? So, what happens now? What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock? What? That's... because I heard it? Yes, I heard it. It says the time. So you've been on the law office of... So you've been into the law offices of Faye and Company? No. Hey, didn't I say that I wouldn't... Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. Hehe. The law offices of Faye and Company, where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could have easily have heard the clock. Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied? No. Your Honor, I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because she couldn't have heard it. You were at the hotel. There's no way you could have heard the a clock go off in the building next door. You have proof that she could have not? Amateurs. Listen to me, Mr. Wright. In the courtroom, proof is everything. Without it, you have nothing. You are nothing. Then I would like you to propose a test to see if she really could have heard. The prosecution denies your request. What? On what grounds? This is a trivial matter with no direct bearings on the case at hand. Indeed, objection sustained. Damn. Switch directions, quick. Ready to proceed, Mr. Wright? No, Your Honor. I can give up now. I'm not satisfied because it couldn't have wrong. Your Honor, members of the court. It is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. The batteries are dead. The batteries in that clock should be dead. Should be. Mr. Wright? Your Honor, if you would inspect the clock. Very well. Oh, well, Your Honor, are they? This clock has a greater problem than dead batteries. This clock is missing the clockwork. It's quite empty.
Oh yeah, right, I'm stupid. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is, as you can see, the clock was empty. It couldn't have wrong. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar. Well, Miss May? Tisk tisk. Quite a show you put on for us, Mr. Wright. He knew the clock was empty. Somehow, he knew. I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty, as you say. It can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there is no contradiction. That's true. That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it. And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor. Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Oh, impossible, of course. I have proof. What? Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything? Well, I was listening. And I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... Take a look at this. Very cute cell phone. Oh, you have a girly phone. Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen, this is the defendant's cell phone and contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder. Order! The defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention. Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it? Better remember, she's up for revolution soon. I gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Let's hear the conversation. So, you just want me to hold on to the tinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel. Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know that weapon was a clock? What? Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was it again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot. So the witness has seen it before. That would make sense. Does the witness has any objection, Mr. Wright? Yes. The witness claims she has seen it before, but this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already substained into this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce evidence that will prove that the witness has not seen the clock before. It's simple. This clock was never in any store. Ever. What? A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world, and the one that isn't here is in police custody. Impossible! Everything I saw is sold in stores! Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse. Oh! Oh, excuse not on sale today. Oh! What's it, you porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die! Whoa! Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm. Silly me. Did I, lose it? I guess I did. Scary. Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an option on this behavior? It's... Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because you had heard about it. The witness had never held the clock in her hands. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the Tinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then. Show me evidence proving that the witness had heard of the weapon. There we go. Now look at this. I found this in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim. Miss Mia face phone, were you not? Your Honor, this is irrelevant. I'm not entirely sure that it is. Objection overruled. It troubles me that our witness was in possession of wiretap. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim that the witness was tapping her phone? Absolutely. Even if that was the case, which is not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say that the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not. Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple. What? Here's my proof. Proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock is the recording. I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that. Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim. Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while. Well, actually, there's something I want you to hold for me. Again? What is it this time? It's a clock. It's made to look like a statue, the Tinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May, you used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the Tinker was a clock. And am I wrong? Your Honor, this is ridiculous. Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you? The defense demands an answer. Witness, answer the question. Did you tap her phone? Miss May? Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer!
It's not fair. All of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it?
That did it. The court's been seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal with the final blow. Why the wiretap? Why did you tap her phone? Answer the question.
Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippy-tapping her irrelevant?
She's saying exactly what Edgar wants her to say. Miss May, you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point. Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? I'd like to see her pull that off.
Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil grin. You were probably thinking I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you?
Damn, she's good.
Well, you're not the first man who's thought that. And of course, I can and will.
You can't be serious, no way.
Wait, I say, wait. Oh, and I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 at night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Room service?
Iced coffee, I believe it was. Iced coffee, you know, like normal coffee, but cold. If you couldn't drink it quick, the ice melts and then you have regular cold coffee. Iced coffee? Think I'm making this up? Ask the bellboy.
Ergo, the witness was not on the scene of the crime of the murder.
What?
So, where does that leave us? It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's cell phone. However, that is a separate crime with no bearings on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant Maya Fey commit murder. They're going to let her just walk away? There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something. Defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of this.
I think you're sucking quite low enough already.
I object to calling the bellboy. Why? What's your reason? Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I consent on calling this witness. Condition? If Miss April May alibis is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey. That is my condition. What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? Baller moves. Understood, I accept your condition. Fool, you fell right into my trap. Uh-oh. Wait. Very well. The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand. I believe we're ready for the witness to testify. He certainly does look like a bellboy. Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service. The tea set looks rather heavy, so without further ado, the witness may begin his testimony. Very good, sir. I am the head bellboy at the fine Gatewater Hotel, in business for 4 generations. I believe I received a call after 8 in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course, and I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself. I see. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Right, I'm ready, I hope. This is... If I can prove Miss May was involved with the murder now, Maya will be finished. Hold it! What exactly is it that you do at the hotel? Why, anything required of me, sir. I check in guests, I check out guests, I clean rooms, I make beds. I even deliver room service, sir. I check Miss May in personally. Are you always so prim? Mr. Wright, you will refrain from asking frivolous questions. I believe I received a call at 8. Are you sure it was Miss May on the phone? Absolutely, sir. How can you be so certain? I checked Miss May in personally, sir. Not only did I see her in all her stunning radiance, but I also heard her voice. Then I saw them, and I... the point being, I remembered her quite well, sir. Yes, what then? 9 on the dot, you say? Yes, I confirmed that detail several times. She was watching a program on the TV and wished to drink after she finished it, sir. 9, the time of the murder. Precisely 9, then? Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir, 9 p.m. How can you be so sure? Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy, I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on the door at the crack of 9, sir. Oh, she'd be so particular about the time. You are sure it was Miss April May herself? Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Yes, sir. As in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine. How come you're so very certain? Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, she favored me with an embrasse, sir. Embrasse? Is that French for embrace? No, that's French for kiss. Embrasser. But not a French kiss, sir. More of a peck on the cheek. Yeah, a little mwah. Why would she have done that? I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never forget. Yeah, sounds pretty fishy. Real fishy. I think our Miss May was up to something and wanted her bellboy to remember her. It's not good. There's nothing there. Is that it? Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, if you have any decency, you will end this rather tedious cross-examination here. It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. Let this happen, can I? Let's protest. Wait, please wait. Yes, does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question. Your Honor, I must object. This charade of justice has gone long enough. Now, Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, Mr. Wright. I'll give you one more question. That's all. This is really it. Now, this is my last chance. What do I ask him about? Room service. Tell me about room service. Again, sir? At exactly 9, I delivered room service to Miss May in room 303. The guest had requested iced coffee, $18 was their charge of it, as I recall. I see. $18? Doesn't that seem a bit expensive? Yes, well, iced coffee for 2, you know, and we don't skimp on the ice, sir. Say? What did you say? Rather quiet. Bellboy, tell us the truth now. Was someone else staying in Miss May's room? I object. That was objectionable. Objection overruled. The witness will answer the question. Yes, I see. Why did you not mention that in your testimony? Well, sir, you didn't ask. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention. Yes, quite, indeed. It was the good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention if I wasn't specifically asked, sir. You fool! I've done it. I've won. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man, correct? Yes, sir. Then, when you brought them a room service, you didn't see that man in the room? That's right, sir. Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth? And who, Mr. Wright, who is this other person? Simple, it was... the man with Miss May. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping on the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi at the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder. My, what a convenient little setup, but it's too late. Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was... it was too late, wouldn't you? After all, it was you who hid the presence of another man from this court. Sure. These accusations are ludicrous. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense argument. I expect the prosecution and defendant to look into this matter fully. Am I understood? Yes, Your Honor. That is all today for the trial of Maya Fey. Court is adjourned.
Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there.
Really?
I think I might be your newest fan.
Oh, I was just doing my job, you know.
Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too.
Huh?
That face of his, with his eyes wide and trembling lips. It sent shivers up my spine.
If you say so.
But what happens with me? Do I get to go home now?
Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet.
Oh, I see.
But I got a great lead in today's trials.
A lead?
That man with Miss May, he's the key.
Oh, I get it. What happens to Miss May after that anyway?
I heard they arrested her. I guess she's learning her charms won't work everywhere. He's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway, this case is far from closed.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to find out more about this man. Do you think he was the one who... Maybe so.
Sis.
Don't worry. I'll find him by tomorrow. I promise.
I'm counting on you.
I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. The Viking dodged an attack, then ran to the right, but she was cocked and struck. I don't know how much good this will do to me at all now. Anyway, time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in that detention center, and it's up to me to set her free. To be continued.